simply this. Says after this, there was a what? A feast of the who? The Jews. And Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Verse 2. Bethesda, having how many porches? Number 3. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, are blind, halt, wilted, waiting for the moving of the water. 4. Now, at a certain season, into the pool, and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. Number 5, and a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. And number 6, when Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? Question. Will you be made whole? For those that are joining us today, we spoke from this a couple of weeks ago, and it looked like somebody didn't get the memo. So we're going to say it again. Now, we have a couple of things that we need to do, but in your inventory, what do you need to be made whole of? Deacon Hay, I don't want you to even answer. I want you to just take your inventory. Deacon Hollandhead, take your inventory. Dewan, you're not here just cause. You're here because there's something that you need to be healed of. Our sister Gwen has come today, and we're not trying to publicize her business, but there's a request that the family has to make concerning one of her loved ones. Just say what it is, Sister Gwen, that you want to be healed of. And it's not so much, see, sometimes we miss it because we're thinking that it has to be an illness in my body. But it's not necessarily a illness in your body. Sometimes it's worryation from somebody else that you love. Sister Peaches, just take an inventory. Don't, Sister Vivian, just take an inventory. Minister Hay, just take, Sister Angela, Sister Cassie, Brenda, Diane, D, Nick, Marquita. Take an inventory, Jasmine. What is it that we need to be made whole of? Now, you notice that I changed it, didn't it? We. All of us got something that, watch this. William, I'm on lost my mind. How many of you know that you got sin in your life? That, you know, somebody might be out there looking, oh, Bishop, no, Bishop, no, yeah, I got sin. For the Bible declares that I was born into this thing. And until I can get out of flesh, I'm going to always have a portion. I didn't say all of it now. Watch this. You know how we talk sometimes. The things I used to do, I don't. Well, that wasn't you did it. It was because God had mercy on us to allow us to get away from some things, but sin is a causative agent of all things. Do you know that you really didn't want to talk about nobody? But sin said, go ahead and do it. And you became subservient to sin. Watch this. Some of us was minding our own business and somebody called you on the phone and started the conversation like they was really, really concerned about somebody, and then they say, but you know. Anybody ever heard that part of it? Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I like this series on TV that talks about unsung musicians and people of talent. And they talked about a young lady by the name of Phyllis Hyman. Now, Sister Cassie, that young lady there would have made me hurt myself. Oh, I got to tell the truth now, because, see, the truth going to set me free. But that young lady, I wasn't tall enough for her, but she was 6 foot tall, could sing like a hummingbird. When she began to sing, people that couldn't dance walked out on the dance floor. But Phyllis Hyman had some demons. Sometimes those that we love have demons, and we need to be able to attack the demons in the name of Jesus. Let me say something here, and I'm not trading punches here, but we need to understand that mental health is very real. I know I don't have to tell Sister Peaches this, but it's people that you know that you watch this. We this is what we say about them, and I'm going on with this message, but this is what we say about them. Well, you know they just like that. Do you know they don't want to be like that? But you wouldn't tell them that the Jesus that you serve can help them get out of that. I looked not only at Phyllis Hyman, but they talked about the DeVarge family. I thought they were sure enough, but watch this, they came out of the church and into the streets, and the only thing that can help them was to get back into the church. And many times we miss it because we think money will make us happy. Money can't give you happiness. Money can't give you peace. Money can't do nothing but make you do stupid things. Can I go on about 2 more and I'm gonna get on out the way? But they even talked about Rick James, Mr. Super Freak himself. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about now. If those that you at home, don't get mad at me. But watch this. Rick James say he just wanted to party. And then he partied so long till his body said, we ain't going to party no more. But here's a question. The Bible, according to the 5th chapter of John, does not even give us what feast it is. It just says a feast. Can I watch this. Can I say it like this, Marquita? They had a party. See, that's what most of us don't understand is when the Jews had a feast, it was no more than what we would call a party today, but it had religious implications. They had a reason. They had a reason. Most like today is the first day of Kwanzaa, and so we got a what? We got a reason to be celebrating Kwanzaa. And if we build truth within ourselves, Dewan, we have a reason to celebrate Christmas. No, we're not a Jew, but we can relate to Jesus because Jesus came to take away the sins of the world. More information that you need to know sometime is simply this. Why was he there? Have you ever asked yourself why God chose me? I mean, really, that's something that you really should be asking of yourself. God, how come you love me so much that you would give your only begotten son? And look here, he let him come down here so you can embarrass him. Can I say that again? See, let me change that. Because see, y'all don't embarrass him. Sometimes I embarrass God. Because I'm hard-headed, stiff-necked. I want things my way, or somebody gonna get the highway. Because I don't understand everything God does. How can God forgive somebody like me? And if you take a mirror and look in the mirror at yourself, you really want to know how come he forgave you. But he shows up just at the right time. Can I get a witness? Now, according to verse number 2, it says, now there is where? At Jerusalem. Something there. It's called a what? A sheep market. May I attempt to inform you what the sheep market was for? The sheep market was there so that if they were having any, what did I call it? A party, that you could go and get your supplies. Y'all not talking to me. See, some of us, we've overcome some stuff, because before I would have to go to ABC, Nick, to get my supplies because I needed my drink. Some of you might have wanted to go to ABC to get your Michelob. Somebody would even say, we want some tequila sunrise. But you needed to know that you would have to go to certain place. Some of you would be on point, and you would have to go to Harold's Meat Market. Harold's. In other words, you would go to the meat market so that you can get some ribs. You know, I think every one of us, no matter what your status is, some of us might say, we don't want no pork. But you had to go get that chicken. Some of us have to get some wings or whatever your taste buds might have been. You went to the what? To the market to get it. In the Jewish community, you went and got a sheep. Why would you get a sheep? Because it was emblematic of the sheep would be your repentance from sin. And just anybody, nobody could always be the one that would make the sheep available to you, so you had to go buy it yourself. But here we are. We at the sheep market, and we need a sheep when the actual sheep of the Lamb of God shows up. Are y'all hearing me? The Lamb of God shows up to take the place of the sheep that you were trying to sacrifice every year. And something that you all did not know was the fact that it says a little further down here, it said it had what? 5 porches. But it had a name. What was the name? Bethesda. Can anybody tell me what that means? Bethesda. The house of mercy. In other words, people got word that every now and then something happened there. What was it that happened? The waters was what? Troubled. What does that mean to you? Come on, put your thinking caps on. Consecrated, somebody says healing, deliverance. Is Lighthouse of Bethesda? What are you expecting from Lighthouse? What are you expecting God to do here? Are you expecting God to have a troubling of the waters here? You all come here for what? Deliverance, healing, peace of mind. What? Come on, give me some more. Give me some more. Wisdom. We come here as a group of people expecting God to do what only God can do. Are y'all with me? Because I want to make this as plain as it can be. Let's talk about, in verse 3, let's talk about some of the things that we laying up here with. Can we do that? May we? Could we? The first thing that it says, it was a lot of them. But watch this. Everybody that was there was expecting God to heal who? Them. Is that all right? Everybody that come to church should be expecting God to do something for. I mean, let me say that blows me away. But we don't think sometimes God got enough for everybody. Tell me somebody, when in the Bible have you ever seen that God left anybody out? He always had more than enough. Let's look at when he fed the 5,000. Did he have some left over? When he fed the 3,000, did he have some left over? What you got to understand is that God's got enough to take care of you and for you to give some away. Is that all right? That the God you serve is not limitless. He's got enough to, he can do it for mama, daddy, you, cousin, enemy. Wait a minute, y'all wanted to cut it off there, didn't you? When I was trying to say enemy, y'all said, whoa, wait, preacher, wait a minute now. Let's see who was there. Impotent folk. Impotent folk. What does that mean to us? Impotent means you can't supply. You can't survive. You can't do what is needed to be done to help somebody, not only somebody else, you can't even do it for yourself. Look at your neighbor and say, number one, impotent folk. And listen to the way that sounds. I don't even sound appropriate to it. Folk. I mean, you know, we supposed to be what? Educated, Nick. We supposed to know how to talk, and we talking about impotent folk. But we didn't make that up, did we? It's in the Word. Watch this. Not only people that can't supply their own need, but it's people that can't even see and be able to help somebody else. The next group of people is what? Blind. How many of us in here today are blind? Watch how the Bible describes it. Say they shall have eyes to see and still can't see. Some of us wear glasses and still can't see. That's why you have to go back every year and get your eyes what? Examined, and they say your eyes changed. How many people in there wear glasses? Don't you have to go back every year and they say, well, last year glasses won't work, Nick. You need some stronger lenses in your glasses. And listen, I can't talk about nobody because I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. I just don't think they're cool. But if I want to what? See, I better put my glasses on because sometimes, Mr. Hay, I be out there hitting a little white ball and I don't know where it went. Are y'all hearing me? We got two groups of people, one impotent, or blind, halt. How many of us know what halt means? See, we looking at definition now. But when the Bible say halt, that means that one of your legs went one way and the other one went the other way. So sometime if one leg going this way and the other leg going that, what's going to happen to you? You're going to fall. We are a group of people that have a halt in our heart because one group of the church is moving this way and another part of the church is going that way. And God said, I will not be in the midst of diversity. And so the church got to come together. We got to get on one accord. So we got impotent, we got blind, we got halt, and Lord have mercy, we got withered. Can I help us with the withered people? That meant you started out good. Can I say that again? We started out good. How many of you know people that was on fire for the Lord and they started out good? I'm going to serve the Lord until I die. Well, I guess you must have died about 4 or 5 years ago. Because you ain't stuck with God. What you did is you started out with God, but you have not contended. So what happens to a person when you get cut off from the vine? What happens? You wither. Can I put it in another way? You die. I'm almost done. But they all had a purpose. And that purpose was what? They were waiting. And that's where I really want to hammer home today for you all is the fact that you're willing to wait on God. How many people in here are willing to wait on God for God to move? Because nobody else could do that but God. When you watch this, when this man exemplifies everything that we need to know because he was waiting on something to make his circumstance better. 2 more things and I'm out of here. The next thing that we need to take from this is, how long was the man that way? How long was he that way? Can I give you a statistic that just blew my mind this morning? Because I wanted to really know, well, Lord, what was the life expectancy of a man or woman in Jesus' day? The expectation of a lifetime was 30 years old. Can I make you astonished even the more? The more we look at it or the more I think about it, how long did Abraham live? How long did Noah live? How long did these people lived 100 and something years long? And just because of their nature, sin, it got cut down if you were good to 70. So if this man, come on, mathematician. I know I got some mathematicians in the house. If this man was 38 years in this condition, then how much time could he have expected to live? Come on, 70 minus what? 38? How much is left? It can't be 40 because that's over the expectancy. Because it was the Bible says what? 70. So he has spent half his life in a condition that he can't fallen. Wait a minute. You better not say it, William, but yes, I better. Some of us been living our whole life saying we're going to serve God, but we've been still what? Falling. Some of us have been withered most of our life. But I got some what? Some good news for you, Dewan. Do you realize that this is the third miracle that John talks about, William? The first two, people went looking for him. Some of y'all went looking for Jesus. Some of y'all came in here this morning looking for God to do something for you. But I got some better news for you today, Nicholas Hollandhead, and it's simply this. Do you realize that Jesus went looking for this man? See, sometimes you're looking for me to make you shout, but if that don't make you shout that Jesus came looking for you, Elaine, I wasn't worthy, but he stopped by over there on Sperry Street one morning. He stopped by your place. He stopped by your place to find you. And then he asked a question that somebody said was a stupid question. Watch this. Watch what some of us would say, Angela. What you think I'm here for, Jesus? Y'all not talking to me this morning. Because sometimes we talk to Jesus like he us. He already knew why you were there. Notice what it said earlier. It said he knew that he had been there for a long time. Can I explain this thing? Even try to do it a little bit better. Sometimes you didn't know you needed him. But he showed up just in case. Watch it. Just in case you change your mind. Notice what I'm saying to us is the fact that Jesus went looking for you. Watch this. And I want you to really hear me spiritually. How many people was there? We have no idea. But watch this. It said there were many people there. Can we say it almost like this? And it's no comparison, but this was almost like the lottery. Watch this. Nothing but one person was going to get healed. But you waited for 38 years to do what? To get healed. And watch this. You didn't get mad because somebody beat you in there. You don't see nowhere in the text where the man say, can I talk from, Gwen, can I talk? See, because if I'd have saw you trying to get in the water and I knew it was healing in the water, I'd have tripped you. Y'all not talking to me. Because see, I want to be made what? Whole. So by whatever means necessary, as a matter of fact, Minister, hey, I'd have just laid in the water. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one here that wanted to be healed. Then you got to understand sometimes that mind, the fleshly mind, don't play fair. And watch this. I want to point out one more thing that's not in the text, but it just makes me think about the text, Nick, is the fact if I got healed, why I didn't stick around and help somebody else get in there? Is that all right? Why wouldn't I have helped? You know, you had to have had a conversation with somebody that was there, because if you were just sitting there for 38 years and you ain't never talked to nobody, watch another component of this that we must understand, and that's simply this. How did they know somebody got healed? They went to jumping and hollering and screaming. I can what? I can see now. Watch it. I can see some of you that got your glasses on now, taking your glasses off and say, I don't need these no more. How about somebody that had some crutches and they hopped in and got in there and they say, hey, you need some crutches? Because I don't need the crutches no more. But let us examine how some theologians have come along and thought that the healing of the water was this water had the blood of the sacrifices that went back into it. And it is said that a deep cavern, some have suggested that around AD, I think it's around AD 37, that an earthquake happened there, and the bottom of the pool had a cavern in it that allowed water from other places to come in it. But I would suggest to you that God was in the water. But watch this. This is astonishing to me, and I'm done. Watch what it says. He said it was a certain man there. We've dealt with the 38 years. We dealt with it was over half his life. But verse 6 is the clincher for me. Who shows up? When Jesus saw him. Wait a minute now. Somebody even wanted to say, well, tell me, when did Jesus see him? Before the foundation of time. Can I bring that thing home? When did Jesus see you? Before the foundation of time. Well, Jesus, why didn't you help me before now? Because it wasn't time. See, you got to understand the difference in God's time and your time. God's time is eternal. Your time is limited. But watch what he told the prophet. He said, I knew you before you was even in your mother's womb. Some of you sitting in here today, I'm going to close with that. Some of us sitting in here today, you wondering why God ain't moved on your behalf just yet. What God is saying to you today is simply this. Because I've already healed you. Can I say that again? You thinking that it happened this 28th day of December. God is saying, I did this before you were even born. Can I talk to y'all about one of my ailments? My knee been giving me the fit, Nick. But watch this, see. My knee was healed before I was born. It's just every now and then I feel, Angela, every now and then. Look how that thing will hurt me to no ungodly reason. But look what I'm doing now. Every time I begin to try to preach, I don't even know the knee hurt. Wait. Every time you begin to tell somebody about your God, God heals you. You put God in a bad place. You around here telling people God can and God will. And then they're looking at you and you talking about, oh, but I sure hurt, girl. I got to make it home and get me some ibuprofen. I ain't picking at you, D, because I'm guilty. We say things and we're contradicting God. Can I prove it? The man asked Jesus. Jesus said, will thou be made whole? Guess what his number one excuse is, William? He said, Bishop won't come along here and push me in the water. The one that, watch this. Why you don't have your blessing? Watch what some of us would say. Because the white people won't let us get our blessing. God said, I didn't ask you who, why, or couldn't, or when. He said, will you? I'm asking the question this morning, do you want to be healed? Then if you want to be healed, just do what he tell you. Can I bring this thing full circle? Watch this. Because some of you really need to hear this here, because this messed me up, and I didn't even think about it just now. The first miracle that Jesus does, according to John, is what? The changing of water into wine at the marriage. Watch, can I mess us up? Watch this. Jesus has nothing to do with the marriage. He wasn't even supposed to be there. But his mother is there. His mama says to him, they done ran out of wine, Nick. Watch what Nick would have did. And me and Nick say, watch that. Nick say, Bishop, why don't you want to ride shotgun and go with me to go get some more wine? Yeah, Nick, I ride with you, but we ain't got to go. Well, why we ain't got to go? They say ain't got no more. Because Jesus here. It's just all right. Sometimes we got to just make things, plain. I'm going to get you out of here so you can go on the word. But sometimes you got to just bring Jesus along with you. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Because Jesus' mother is there, Jesus is there. Sometimes, watch this. Can I talk, Minister Hay, to William Hay? William, you Hattie Hay brought Jesus to True Vine. And watch this. Now he got Jesus at home with you. Y'all not talking to me. But anyway, here it is. Here it is. Watch what Jesus' mama tell him. Marquita. She said, hey, they ran out of wine. Thank you. Help him out. Watch what he said to her. It'll sound like he being rude. Mama, what that got to do with me? Watch this. What do you really? I can't speak for Jesus, but watch this. They ain't playing well. They ain't have enough money. Then they shouldn't have got married. See that's William's philosophy. That's some of y'all philosophy. Saying if you ain't got enough money to buy the house, Sister Gwenda, don't be trying to buy it. Because it's more than just buying the house. You got to have insurance. Watch this. And JEA show up every month. Watch this. And if they put you on a payment plan, they say we're going to get extra because we're going to charge interest. You ain't have enough to pay it from the beginning. But she says to him, pay what he said to me, no attention. Do whatever he say do. Oh, I need y'all to hear this now. Him and her have a conversation. The other children could have got mad because no, he didn't. He ain't talk to mama like that, did he? But she don't pay what he said no attention because she knows that he has her best interest. Whatever he tells you, do it. Watch this. You don't see where the people that went and got the pots came back and said, but it ain't nothing but a little bit in the pot. Let me help us, because what you need to understand is you thought it was just one day at the party. The party lasted sometimes for weeks. The one, he could just speak to a pot, and the pot start having enough wine to supply them to the party over. Come back, Old Testament. The Old Testament said, go get as many pots as you can, woman, and pay your debts out of the... How many of you are thinking now that he only heals you one time? Can I help somebody today? I don't know, but if y'all want to just stay at one healing, y'all do it. He heals me every day. Every day I wake up, he got a brand new supply of healings for who? For me. Y'all listen, I got to go. I got to get D out of here. But some of y'all need to understand is simply this. He never runs out. The question is again, wilt thou be made whole? Quit making excuses. Watch this. Well, you know, I grew up on the wrong side of the railroad tracks. Well, well, you know, my daddy and my mama never loved me. Well, you know, I coulda. Every athlete, I'm gonna leave you alone, but every athlete that didn't make it because they didn't make it. Because God was trying to save them. Some people, if they made a lot of money, they'll spend. I listen, y'all, I got to go. But will you be made whole? Listen, we need to help a family this morning. Go ahead and cut me off,